Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone? What if one night you looked up and saw something new? Not a star, not a comet, but a whole new planet that appeared out of nowhere in our solar system. Sounds like science fiction, right? But let's indulge our curiosity and explore this mind-bending scenario together. The first sign wouldn't be a spectacular sight in the sky. It would be subtle, detected by astronomers and scientists. They'd notice tiny, inexplicable wobbles in the orbits of our known planets, especially Neptune and Uranus. Our space probes, like Voyager 1 and 2, drifting at the edge of our solar system, would suddenly send back bizarre data. Something massive is out there, pulling on the very fabric of our cosmic neighborhood. Panic wouldn't set in immediately. At first, it would be a thrilling scientific mystery. News outlets would buzz with speculation. Is it a rogue black hole? A cluster of dark matter? But as our telescopes focused on the disturbance, the truth would be revealed. A planet, a wanderer from interstellar space, has been captured by our sun's gravity. Let's call this intruder Planet X. The nature of Planet X would determine our fate. Is it a gas giant like Jupiter or a rocky world like Earth? Let's imagine it's a super-Earth, a rocky planet several times the mass of our own. As it spirals inwards towards the sun, its immense gravity would begin to wreak havoc. The first to feel its effects would be the outer planets. The orbits of Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter would be stretched and warped. Their beautiful, orderly dance around the sun would turn into a chaotic scramble. Moons could be ripped from their parent planets, sent tumbling through space as new, rogue asteroids. The majestic rings of Saturn might be scattered, its icy particles flung across the solar system like cosmic dust. This gravitational chaos would create a deadly pinball machine. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, a region containing millions of space rocks, would be severely disrupted. Planet X's gravity would act like a giant slingshot, flinging asteroids in all directions. Some would be ejected from the solar system entirely, but many would be sent hurtling inwards towards us. Back on Earth, we would face a new and terrifying reality. Our sky would no longer be a familiar, peaceful canvas. As Planet X drew closer, it would become visible to the naked eye, first as a bright star, then growing larger and larger until it rivaled the moon in size. But its beauty would be a harbinger of doom. The bombardment would begin. Meteor showers, once a beautiful spectacle, would become constant and deadly. Satellites would be the first to go, knocked out by debris, plunging our world into a communications blackout. No more GPS, no internet, no global television. We'd be thrown back into a pre-digital age, but with a sky full of falling rocks. But the biggest threat is the gravitational pull on Earth itself. As Planet X gets closer, its gravity would tug on our planet. This would trigger unprecedented geological disasters. Earthquakes of unimaginable magnitude would shake our continents, leveling cities in minutes. Volcanoes that have been dormant for centuries would erupt violently, spewing ash into the atmosphere, blocking out the sun and plunging the world into a volcanic winter. The oceans would be our greatest enemy. Planet X's gravity would pull on the water, creating colossal tsunamis, hundreds of meters high, that would wash over coastlines and surge deep inland, reshaping the very continents we live on. Coastal cities, where a huge portion of humanity lives, would be wiped off the map. If Planet X settled into a stable orbit, our problems wouldn't be over. Its presence would fundamentally change Earth's orbit around the sun. If our orbit becomes more elliptical, we could experience extreme temperature swings. Summers would be scorching hot, boiling away our oceans, while winters would be so cold that the very air could freeze. Life as we know it would be impossible. Even a slight change could be catastrophic. A new orbital path could disrupt our seasons, destroying global agriculture and leading to worldwide famine. The delicate balance that has allowed life to flourish on this planet for billions of years would be shattered overnight. So, what could humanity do? Faced with such an existential threat, Our survival would depend on unprecedented unity and technological innovation. Scientists and engineers would work around the clock, perhaps trying to devise a way to use our nuclear arsenal not for war, but to nudge the incoming asteroids off course. It would be a desperate, last-ditch effort to protect ourselves from the secondary effects of Planet X. We might build vast underground or undersea bunkers to ride out the worst of the geological chaos and bombardment. The focus of human endeavor would shift from exploration to survival. Every resource would be poured into preserving a fraction of humanity and the knowledge we've accumulated. But the most likely outcome? If a planet-sized object entered our solar system, it would almost certainly mean the end. Our little blue dot is a fragile haven in a vast and sometimes violent cosmos. The delicate gravitational dance that keeps us safe is easily disturbed. This scenario highlights just how lucky we are. Our solar system is a relatively stable, peaceful place. The planets keep to their paths, and the gravitational balance holds. It's a cosmic ballet that has allowed life to emerge, evolve, and eventually look up at the stars and ask, "What if?" So the next time you look at the night sky, appreciate its quiet, predictable beauty. The stability we take for granted is the most precious gift the universe has given us. Thank you so much for joining me on this cosmic journey. If you enjoyed this thought experiment, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the unknown. Stay curious